Barney Miller once made you laugh with its chaotic days at the 12th Precinct, but that joy is now just a memory. Familiar faces have gradually disappeared under tragic circumstances. What lies behind those smiles? A surprising truth is waiting to be revealed. Ron Glass as Detective Ron Harris. Ron Glass, born on July 10, 1945, played Detective Ron Harris in Barney Miller at the age of 30, portraying a suave, sharp-minded officer with literary aspirations. His performance gave depth to the character, a black man facing social challenges in the 1970s, blending emotional richness with subtle humor, especially in those unforgettable scenes where Harris balanced police work with daydreams about his unfinished novel. However, Glass's off-screen life was a turbulent journey. After the show ended in 1982, he struggled to find roles worthy of his talent, often typecast in supporting parts or overlooked by Hollywood. His stalled career led to financial troubles, leaving him disheartened and frustrated. He never married and had no children, deepening the loneliness in his personal life. Raised Catholic, Glass later turned to Buddhism for solace, though bouts of depression continued to haunt him. His health gradually declined, and on November 25, 2016, he died at age 71 from respiratory failure, leaving behind a legacy of talent dimmed by silent pain. Steve Landesberg as Detective Sergeant Arthur Dietrich. Steve Landesberg, born on November 23, 1936, joined the cast of Barney Miller in 1975 at age 39, bringing to life Detective Sergeant Arthur Dietrich, a character known for his dry wit and encyclopedic knowledge. Landesberg's Dietrich provided a calm, intellectual presence amid the precinct's strong personalities, making each episode more vibrant through sharp dialogue and his unique point of view. Yet behind the brilliance of the role, Landesberg led a life marked by struggle. Despite his talent, he was often confined to roles similar to Dietrich's, which limited his career growth and brought financial instability. In 1986, he married Nancy Ross, and they had a daughter, Elizabeth, but the pressures of work and money often strained their marriage, including a period of separation. Landesberg privately battled colon cancer for years, choosing to keep his illness hidden from most people around him. He passed away on December 20, 2010, at the age of 74, leaving behind a story of quiet resilience and unfulfilled potential. Ron Kerry as Officer Carl Levitt. Ron Kerry, born on December 11, 1935, began portraying Officer Carl Levitt in Barney Miller in 1976 at the age of 41. Levitt, an eager yet often overlooked officer due to his small stature, brought both comedy and quiet sadness to the show through his relentless quest for recognition. Kerry turned the character into a symbol of persistence, making audiences laugh while feeling for Levitt's unfinished dreams. But Kerry's real life was a bittersweet tale. Despite his comedic gift, he often found himself stuck in minor roles, never quite reaching the heights he hoped for. This brought financial difficulties and a sense of underappreciation in the industry. Kerry married Sharon, and their marriage lasted 38 years until his death, but they were unable to have children. The emotional toll of an unstable career and the strain in his personal life took a heavy mental toll. A severe stroke eventually left him immobile in his final years. He passed away on January 16, 2007, at the age of 71 due to complications from the stroke, bringing to a close a life marked by ambition and heartbreak. Abe Vigod as Detective Phil Fish. Abe Vigod, born on February 24, 1921, brought the character of Detective Phil Fish to life in 1974 at age 53. Fish, the grumpy, aging detective with dry humor, became a beloved fixture on the show with his constant health complaints and world-weary outlook. Vigod made Fish both lovable and memorable, contributing greatly to the show's charm. However, Vigod's life off-camera was filled with hardship. His career didn't take off until his 50s, thanks to The Godfather, but he was frequently typecast in roles similar to Fish, leaving him yearning for more diverse opportunities. His first marriage to Sonia Gunyan ended in divorce, and he raised their daughter Carol alone during difficult years. His second marriage to Beatrice Shai lasted until her death in 1992. Years of struggling for recognition, the pain of divorce, the weight of single fatherhood, and the emptiness after losing his wife shaped a life full of challenges. Vigod passed away on January 26, 2016, at the age of 94, from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy filled with both glory and quiet sorrow. Gregory Sierra as Detective Sergeant Chano Amenguale. Gregory Sierra, born on January 25, 1937, joined Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 38, portraying Detective Sergeant Chano Amenguale, a passionate and proud Puerto Rican officer. Chano brought explosive energy to the show, delivering emotional monologues about justice and the struggles of minorities, turning every scene he appeared in into a powerful and authentic highlight. But Sierra's life was painted with darker shades. Despite landing notable roles in other productions, he was often confined to ethnic stereotypes, which kept his career from truly breaking through. Personal loss struck early in his life, forcing him to endure the pain of losing loved ones, a burden that left him both resilient and deeply lonely. Hollywood's discrimination and lack of opportunities only added to Sierra's sense of marginalization. In his later years, he quietly battled cancer, and on January 4, 2021, he passed away at the age of 83, leaving behind a career rich in talent but also marked by wounds that never healed. Jack Sue as Detective Sergeant Nick Yamana. Jack Sue, born on October 28, 1917, began playing Detective Sergeant Nick Yamana in Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 58. Yamana was a laid-back detective known for his dry humor and notoriously terrible coffee-making skills, bringing comic relief to the series. Sue portrayed a lovable Yamana, softening the tension in the precinct and carving out a distinct identity for the character. However, Sue's real-life journey was filled with pain and perseverance. During World War II, he was held in the Topaz internment camp in Utah, an experience that left lasting psychological scars. Though he rose above adversity to become one of the few recognized Asian American actors of his time, he still faced discrimination and financial hardships. He married Jans Dalar in 1945, and they had 3 children, but societal and professional pressures often strained the family. Sue's health deteriorated due to esophageal cancer, partly caused by smoking and chronic stress. He passed away on January 11, 1979, at the age of 61, leaving behind a legacy overshadowed by the harsh trials of life. James Gregory, as Inspector Frank Luger. James Gregory, born on December 23, 1911, took on the role of Inspector Frank Luger in Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 64. Luger was a loud, old-fashioned officer who often reminisced about the good old days, injecting humor into the show through his outdated views and quirky interactions with younger detectives. Gregory's performance created a character who was both irritating and endearing, adding depth to the ensemble cast and enhancing the show's unique appeal. Off-screen, however, Gregory's life held many quiet sorrows. Despite a strong career featuring authoritative roles in other works, he often found himself typecast, preventing him from fully exploring his acting range. He was married to Ann Miltner for 58 years, though they had no children. Emotional scars from serving in World War II, combined with the growing isolation that came with aging, added to Gregory's emotional burden. His health gradually declined, and on September 16, 2002, he died of natural causes at the age of 90 in Sedona, Arizona. leaving behind a legacy tinged with both brilliance and unspoken pain. Stanley Brock as Bruno Binder, Arnie the club owner. Stanley Brock, born on July 7, 1931, joined Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 44, portraying characters like Bruno Binder and Arnie the club owner. His roles carried the gritty essence of New York street life, adding sharpness and authenticity that enriched the show's vibrant backdrop. Though his appearances were limited, Brock left a mark with his portrayals of ordinary yet distinctive characters, helping deepen the world of the 12th Precinct. However, Brock's life remained largely out of the spotlight. Despite a long career filled with roles in both television and film, he rarely escaped the confines of being a supporting actor, which led to financial instability and a lingering sense of underappreciation. In his later years, he struggled with serious health issues, and on January 25, 1991, he died suddenly of a heart attack in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 59. Jack DeLeon as Marty Morrison. Jack DeLeon, born on December 19, 1924, joined Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 51, playing the vibrant and openly gay character Marty Morrison. Marty was a bold step forward in LGBTQ+ representation on television at the time, and DeLeon brought both humor and humanity to the role, making the character memorable while challenging audience perceptions and softening prejudices episode by episode. Yet DeLeon's life was painted in more muted tones filled with hardship. His career mostly revolved around supporting roles, from TV to voice acting, and he never achieved a major breakthrough, which kept his talent confined to scattered opportunities. His health steadily declined, particularly due to heart and kidney disease, and on October 16, 2006, he passed away at the age of 81 due to complications from those illnesses, leaving behind a pioneering legacy that never quite enjoyed the spotlight. John Dulligan as Ray Brewer. John Dulligan, born on November 27, 1930, appeared on Barney Miller in 1976 at the age of 46 as Ray Brewer, a petty criminal often brought in by the precinct. Brewer brought comic relief through his recurring run-ins with the cops, while also reflecting the struggles of those lost in life. Despite being a minor role, Dulligan breathed life into the character, highlighting the human side of the show's criminal world. However, Dulligan's own life was marked by quiet battles. His acting career was largely limited to small television parts, offering little in terms of financial security or recognition. Silently battling lung cancer, Dulligan passed away on January 18, 2009, at the age of 78. Closing a humble chapter of dedication to his craft. Doris Roberts as Harriet Brower. Doris Roberts, born on November 4, 1925, took on the role of Harriet Brower in Barney Miller at age 54, playing the anxious wife of Philip Brower, a middle-aged man known for making eccentric life choices. With her signature raspy voice and fiery energy, Roberts gave life to a Harriet who was both funny and endearing, lighting up the 12th Precinct whenever she arrived to talk about her husband's antics, like bringing home a bazooka. Off-screen, Roberts' life was a turbulent journey. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, she grew up in hardship after her father abandoned the family, leaving her mother, Ann Meltzer, to raise her alone. The lack of a father figure forged Roberts' strong will, propelling her into acting, starting on Broadway in the 1950s. Her first marriage to Michael Kanata in 1956 produced a son, Michael, but ended in divorce in 1962 due to irreconcilable differences. Her second marriage, to writer William Goyen, lasted from 1963 until his death in 1983, a loss that plunged her into deep depression. Still, Roberts triumphed, especially as Marie Barone on Everybody Loves Raymond, earning 4 Emmy Awards. She died on April 17, 2016, in Los Angeles at the age of 90 due to a stroke, leaving behind a legacy of a woman who never backed down from adversity. Linda Lavin as detective. Janice Wentworth. Linda Lavin, born on October 15, 1937, joined Barney Miller in 1975 at age 38, playing Det. Janice Wentworth, a driven female detective often stuck with desk duties at the 12th Precinct. Blending sharpness with charm, Lavin gave Wentworth both strength and vulnerability, especially in moments where she struggled to prove herself in a male-dominated environment. Yet behind the scenes, Lavin's life was a tapestry of highs and lows. Her Broadway career soared with standout roles in It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman, and Last of the Red Hot Lovers, but her personal life was less smooth. Her first marriage to Ron Liebman, 1969 to 1981, ended painfully, partly due to career pressures. Her second marriage to Kip Niven, 1982 to 1992, dissolved amid accusations of emotional instability and financial irresponsibility, leading to a tense and public divorce. Still, Lavin found late-in-life happiness with Steve Bakunas, marrying him in 2005 and together building the Red Barn Theater in North Carolina. She passed away suddenly on December 29, 2024, in Los Angeles, at age 87, from cardiopulmonary failure linked to newly diagnosed lung cancer, ending a dazzling but stormy journey. Thanks for joining us in remembering the incredible talent behind Barney Miller. Though they're gone, their performances continue to leave a lasting mark on television history. Which actor or moment from the show do you remember most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic TV memories.